Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Evelyn. I'm one of the beauty influencer. I do a lot of makeup videos, product reviews and all that other jazz. So in today's video, I'm actually going to talk to you guys about color correcting. This is a very hot cake topic right now. Like everybody wants to know how to color correct properly. So I just thought, why not I just make a video for you guys to show you how exactly I color correct my face and what techniques I use, what products I use to help you or to help all of you. So hopefully this video will be helpful. So I'm not gonna waste any more time and carry on with my rambling and take you to the video so you can learn how I do my color correcting. Before I go, you know what I'm gonna ask. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, so every time I'm posting a video you will get a notification. Let's just go and create some magic. Love you all. Take care. Bye. Hey beauties, so as per the introduction, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a bit of about color correcting and how I do it. So first of all, what is color correcting? Color correcting is basically where we actually make our skin tone a bit more balanced. We just cover all the areas which we have a discoloration, hyperpigmentation, any sort of darkness, any acne marks, any sort of breakouts which needs a little bit extra coverage before you go with your foundation. So there are a lot of things in the market which can be used for color correcting. There are actual liquid form of color correcting, cream form of color correcting, and even there are some powders which helps to color correct or balance your skin tone. So what I like to do is, if I'm doing a color correcting before my foundation, I tend to not do that much of a color correcting. It's just because I like to keep my makeup as less layers as possible. But if I am doing it, or if I'm doing it to a client, or if I'm just teaching, then I always use a cream color corrector. I personally like to use cream foam. It's just I feel like I get more coverage and I have more control over it when I'm actually blending the product or and all that. So now I'm going to show you this product. This is actually not available in market anymore, but you can find something similar very easily. There are other brands who does exactly something like this. Makeup Forever, Dermaflage, even Derma Blend. There are a lot of brands which actually have a proper color correcting palettes. I'm actually using the one from Tarte. It came out a couple of years ago, so I still have it and I'm still using it. I like it. It's quite nice. It's very creamy and it's very high coverage. So what I like to do is, as you can see my palette, I have an orange, green, a bit dark brown, and then two neutral tone concealers, and these two basically are color correctors. So I like to go with the orange one. If you are working on a skin tone which is really dark, more of like a medium tan, then of course you're gonna have to go with this color corrector which is more in an orange tone. But if you are working with somebody who has more pale skin, then you can even go with more salmon or even more peachy shade, depending what skin tone you're working with. To work small areas, like I like to divide my face into smaller areas and work in a smaller, like a small amount of product. So like a limited amount of product, so I don't put too much on my face and have like a very thick layers. So I like to use that kind of flat brush, and what I do is I always start from my under eye area, because that's where you see the most pigmentation. So you want to cover your under eye area. I always like to start with the haloness first, just work on the haloness of my eye. So basically just where you can see that depth, where you can see that haloness, that's what you need to cover. I always like to start from there. And I also like to take the orange shade in my inner corner, because I have a bit of a blueness, darkness there, which I like to color correct it. And I apply most of the product on my haloness, like where I have the more of a darkness, and whatever I have left, I'll just take that very close to my lash line. I don't put too much product there because my under eye area tend to crease, so I like to keep the layers very thin when I'm very close to my lash line especially. And I'm just gonna pack like a little bit, pat the product where I have the most discoloration or darkness or even dark circles. So this is how I like to do my under eye area. Okay. A little bit of a green color corrector, which is this one, and I'm gonna, with the same brush, I'm gonna color correct around my nose. Okay, now at this point some people like to go with the setting powder and set their color correcting before going with foundation. If you let the color correcting sit on your skin for a couple of minutes, you really don't need a setting powder. You can just go straight with your foundation as well. So I'm just gonna let the color correcting sit on my skin for a couple of minutes before I go with the foundation. Okay beauty, so it's been a couple of minutes since I had my color correcting on, and for foundation I'm actually going to go ahead and use my Makeup Forever Ultra HD Invisible Cover Foundation, and my shade I'm going to use is 120, which is Y245. So we're gonna go ahead and do it with the brush, and I'm gonna just apply this all over my face. As thin as possible, not the coverage. So you just want to make sure you have everything nicely blended. I'm not going to take the foundation too close to my under eye area because I'm going to go with the concealer. The more layers you will put on your under eye area, the higher the chances your makeup gonna be, your under eye area will get creased and it will look like your makeup is breaking out. So it's best to apply as thin layers as possible, especially on your under eye area, and as less layers as possible. So let me do with my foundation. I like to go with, once I'm happy with my foundation, I like to go with my NARS Soft Matte Concealer. This one is in number medium 2. The shade name is Ginger, and this is what I use to cover the color correcting I did on my under eye area. This shade is very close to my own skin tone, so it works really well to cover the color correcting I just did and to conceal my eyes, conceal my under eye area too. You can see after applying the whole foundation and the under eye concealer, you cannot see any orangeness peeking through. You cannot see any color correcting I just did. So it's all about keeping your color correcting to thin layers. I'm gonna finish rest of the makeup and I'll be back and I'll show you guys the final look. So here you go beauties, this is my full face of makeup. I just finished doing the whole thing, and as you can see, nothing is peeking through out of my foundation. I cannot even see any color correcting, and I have to tell you, I actually didn't use a lot of product. I didn't use a lot of foundation or concealer or anything because I balanced and evened out my whole skin tone before I went with my foundation. I didn't actually have to do a lot of work after the foundation, and I kept my layers super duper thin, so my face is looking really airbrushed and flawless and not cakey at all, and it's actually looking really refreshing. So what do you guys think? Hopefully you actually learned something new, and if you had any concerns about color correcting, hopefully this video will help you out and you won't be scared to do color correcting. So but if you still have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer all your questions. If you want any recommendations or anything else you want to talk to me, do mention in the comment section below, and I'm happy to talk to you anytime. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Take care. See you next time. Bye.